What's up, baseball fans? Hey, before we dive into today's insane prediction, we need to talk about a record that stood like a mountain for decades. Nolan Ryan's 5,714 strikeouts. Let me paint you a picture of just how ridiculous this achievement is. Now, the Ryan Express wasn't just dominant, he was terrifying. We're talking about a guy who threw no-hitters in 3 different decades. His fastball was so devastating that batters would call in sick when he was scheduled to pitch. And if you thought facing his pitches was scary, just ask Robin Ventura what happens when you charge the mound. Now, that poor guy thought he was tough until Ryan put him in a headlock and turned him into a human punching bag at 46 years old. That's right, while most guys his age are shopping for dad jeans at Costco, Ryan was out there treating MLB players like misbehaving teenagers. For 27 seasons, the Texas Tornado averaged 9.5 strikeouts per 9 innings in an era where striking out was considered embarrassing. Now, to put it in perspective, the next closest pitcher is Randy Johnson at 4,875 strikeouts. That's almost 900 strikeouts short. Now, this record was supposed to be baseball's version of unbreakable, like DiMaggio's hit streak or Ripken's consecutive games played. It was supposed to last forever. But then came along an absolute unit named Paul Skenes, and suddenly baseball's holy grail doesn't look so untouchable anymore. Today we're going to talk about how this Pirates phenom, Paul Skenes, isn't going to just break Nolan Ryan's record, he's going to obliterate it. Buckle up, because this is going to be fun. Now let's start with the obvious. Now this dude is basically a created player in MLB The Show. He's 6'6", 235 pounds. He throws 103 with a slider that would make a grown man cry. But here's how this monster is going to make history. Phase 1, the baby boss years. Now imagine being 22 and making major league hitters look like they're swinging pool noodles. That's Skenes right now. He's already giving us 12 strikeouts per 9 innings. My guy is collecting Ks like Pokemon cards. By 25, he'll have about 750 strikeouts. And that is just an appetizer, folks. Now let's break down the first 3 years because they're going to be crucial. His rookie season, we're looking at 180 strikeouts in just 150 innings as the Pirates carefully managed his workload. But year 2, that's when the training wheels come off. We're talking 220 Ks, breaking Dwight Gooden's franchise record for most strikeouts in a sophomore season. And by year 3, well, this man is going to be leading the league with 250 punch-outs. But what makes these baby boss years so special is how he'll do it. That fastball-slider combo, it's already elite, but watch how he develops the changeup. By 2026, he's got 3 pitches that all grade out as plus-plus. The league hasn't seen this kind of 3-pitch dominance from a young arm since maybe the late Jose Fernandez. Phase 2, the primetime show. Now this is where it gets juicy. 8 years of pure dominance. We're talking 270 strikeouts per season because, let's be real, the man's arm, it's basically a cheat code. By age 32, he's probably going to be sitting pretty at 2,910 strikeouts, or somewhere around there. And guess what? He's not even close to being done. Let's break down the phase year by year. Now 2027, that'll be his first Cy Young season, 285 strikeouts. 2028 through 2031, well, he's going to average 275 Ks per year, making the All-Star team every single year. And then there's this insane stretch where he strikes out 18 batters in 3 straight starts. The media will go crazy comparing him to Pedro Martinez at his peak. But the real story is how he's evolving. That 103-mile-an-hour fastball that he had early in his years, well, now he's working at a more controlled 99 to 100, but with command that makes Greg Maddux look wild. He's got batters so messed up, they're starting their swing before he releases the ball. And the best part? Well, every 5th day becomes must-see TV. Remember how we used to clear our schedules when DeGrom would start? Well, Skenes is must-watch baseball, and the numbers prove it. The highest-rated pitching broadcast since Kerry Wood's 20-strikeout game. Phase 3, the veteran villain. Remember when pitchers used to decline in their 30s? Well, yeah, Skenes doesn't care about your old-school baseball rules. Modern training has this man throwing gas like he's still 25. Another 1,250 Ks during these years, pushing him to 4,160. And that record? It's starting to sweat. This is when Skenes becomes baseball's perfect villain. He's got that Justin Verlander-style age defiance going on, but with an attitude that makes Mad Max Scherzer look friendly. Every start is a masterclass in psychological warfare. He's dropped the velocity to 97 or 98, but he added a devastating splitter that falls off the table like a magic trick. And get this, by 2037, at age 35, he has this stretch where he strikes out 15 batters in 5 consecutive starts. The old guard's losing their minds. He's too cocky, they say. Baseball was better back in my day. Meanwhile, Skenes is out there making records look like Little League numbers. Phase 4, the legend years. This is where Skenes becomes baseball immortality. He's out here at 42 years old, still making batters look silly. Now this beautiful moment comes in 2044. The strikeout number is 5,715. Baseball historians are losing their minds. Kids who weren't even born yet when he debuted are watching history. But let's talk about how he gets there. By this point, he's reinvented himself like Randy Johnson did in his later years. Yeah, the fastball's down to 94 and 95, but his command is just supernatural. He's added this cutter that moves like a wiffle ball, and the pitch sequencing is so advanced that teams are using AI to try to predict what's coming, and look, they still can't figure him out. The record-breaking strikeout, it'll come against the Dodgers on a 3-2 count with a slider that starts the batter's head and ends up painting the outside corner. The crowd goes nuclear. Even the Dodgers dugout is standing and applauding. This isn't just a record anymore, it's a moment that defines the sport. And here's the kicker, he doesn't just break the record, he shatters it. And by the time he hangs up the spikes, we're looking at over 6,000 strikeouts. That's a number so big it might as well be written into Greek mythology. But here's the wild part, he didn't just get lucky, it's a perfect storm. The Pirates' Galaxy Brain pitching department. I mean, think about it. The mechanics getting smoother than butter. The modern medicine keeping him fresh. He's playing in the strikeout era and that fire mentality from his LSU days. Think about it. Ryan pitched until he was 46 in compression shorts and Advil. Skenes has a team of doctors, nutritionists, and probably some sort of sci-fi recovery medicines that we don't even know about yet. And let's be honest, this record chase is going to be must-see TV. Every 5 days, baseball fans are tuning in to watch this man hunt down history. The marketing, it writes itself. But here's my favorite part. Skenes has that same mean streak that Nolan Ryan had. You crowd the plate? Well, good luck with that 103 up and in. He's not just chasing Ryan's record, he's channeling his spirit. And there you have it, folks. Paul Skenes, the future strikeout king. Is this a crazy prediction? Well, maybe, but baseball's built on crazy. And this story is just getting started. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Could Paul Skenes actually pull this off, or am I drinking a little too much coffee this morning? Well, don't forget to like and subscribe for more baseball content that'll make your brain explode. We'll see you next time, baseball fans. Until next inning.